Today I am going to be reading a book for you called A Bathroom Book for People Not Pooping or Peeing, but using the bathroom as an escape. Read by Idiot ASMR, written by Joe Pera, and illustrated by Joe Bennett. So I am a big fan of Joe Pera. He is a comedian and he has a show called Joe Pera Talks With You on Adult Swim, and I highly recommend that you check it out. There's 3 seasons of it. It's just like a soft, gentle ASMR type comedy, and I'd recommend watching the YouTube video Joe Pera Talks You to Sleep, because it is closely related to ASMR, unintentionally. I saw Joe on his comedy tour recently, and I already had this book because I wanted it. It's a great book. But got him to sign it, and he said, he signed it for us. I hope this helps you relax so you can do good ASMR of your own, Joe Pera. Thanks, Joe. So let's read the book. Are you alright? You are now. You're in the bathroom. If you don't mind me asking, what's going on? Did you just excuse yourself to do a toot? Are you hiding away from your kids? Or is your date going great and you're taking a moment to appreciate it before it inevitably falls apart? Are you working up the confidence to say no to a car salesman? Trying to think of something to say that'll change the judge's mind? Or, like me, are you flushing an engagement ring down the toilet for the 3rd time this year? I cannot be tied down. Whatever it is, you can relax. Because here in the bathroom, you are safe and alone. The only astronaut awake on the International Space Station. Between 2 sleeping grandparents watching the Golf Channel on mute. Looking out at the lake on a snowy night that's not too cold, and it's quiet too because everyone else is back in town celebrating New Year's Eve. But you wouldn't trade 100 midnight kisses for the peace and calm you've got right now on the shores of Lake Ontario. One thing that helps calm me down is to repeat the word Hawaii over and over. Feel free to try it. Hawaii. 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 I've never been there myself, but I heard it's nice. You could say Tampa, Tampa, but it's not quite the same, because in Hawaii, there are pineapples. Because it grows in tropical places and takes 3 years to mature, pineapple's not the most affordable fruit. But, in my opinion, one of the best. I don't have refined taste buds. My favorite flavor is salt and pepper, but a lot of other people agree as well. Did you know that on the island of Oahu, they even make pineapple wine? Wow. Wow. If you want to pretend you're near a Hawaiian waterfall, just turn on the shower or bath a little. Remember, we're in the bathroom. No one will know. They will just think you're washing your hands for a long time. Now, close your eyes and listen. Can you hear the waterfall? Wind blowing through the cuckoo trees, brought to Hawaii by ancient Polynesians. Whoosh. And the most attractive person you can imagine is nearby saying, "Come on, let's go beneath the waterfall." Okay, you say. These shorts are alright to get wet. And after putting your wallet, cell phone, and rental car keys on a rock, you join them. Wow, all of your things. Have you stood beneath a waterfall before? It actually kind of hurts. If you look up, it's like getting sprayed by a super soaker in the eye. Sorry, that's not relaxing to think about. How's the bathtub doing? Oh, nice. About a third of the way full. Do you mind if I ask what's the longest you've ever hid in the bathroom before? Whoa, that's a while. Me? Maybe an hour, but I can't remember the specifics. But I do remember the first time I realized that I could take sanctuary in the bathroom. I was 12 years old at my cousin Maria's wedding and discovered that if I just stayed in there, I wouldn't have to dance with my aunt. She's a heavy drinker and really knows how to swing a chubby kid around. Sorry to my aunt, but I can't be the only one who's ever hidden in the bathroom to avoid a dance. Weddings. Maybe my fear of marriage comes from the fact that I understand the seriousness of it. It's a lot of time to spend with someone. And a little less time alone. Yes, sharing intimacy and affection with another person is good, but a bit of quiet solitude is pretty good too. In a moment like this, wouldn't it be nice to just wander into the woods for a while, move to Alaska, and live in a cabin you've built yourself? Like retired mechanic Richard Proenneke notably did from 1968 to 1998. You could go out each morning like Richard with your 16mm camera and film Dall sheep all day. In the afternoon, catch a trout and eat it for dinner. And then in the evenings, just stare at the fire until you're ready for bed. Without a single person around to interrupt your thoughts, you could spend hours thinking about how good the trout tasted. Trout. You could also become a monk. You choose what kind. But if you became a Buddhist monk, you could perhaps reside at the Tongkalat Monastery atop a volcanic plug. Not only would it be beautiful, but through monastic living, you could develop techniques to help you endure situations like the one you're currently in. Though there's probably not enough time for a spiritual transformation in this bathroom, maybe we can at least try to put things into perspective. I mean, whatever's going on outside that door can't be the worst thing that's ever happened to you. If it is, you can turn to page 107. But chances are, you've been through worse. For instance, you've passed the bar exam. You can listen to Sean out there talk about CrossFit for 30 minutes. You've disappointed people before. You can let the car salesman know that despite the fact that your children go to school together, you cannot afford to purchase a car out of guilt. You've seen some terrible things as an emergency responder. You can watch the rest of the film without screaming every time E.T. comes on screen. You've survived being thrown before. You can go down there and say, "All right, all you female bodybuilders, including my wife, it's 2 a.m. and poker night is over." Sounds scary. You've endured angry clients before. You can go out there and tell them you've lost all their money investing in a new kind of trolley. Big wheel. You're Jane Goodall. You've lived in the jungle with chimpanzees for over 15 years. You've written 25 books and made 7 films. You're not sure why they asked you to participate in the NBA skills competition, but you can go out there and hold your own. You've embarrassed yourself at parties before. You can go out there and say, "Sorry, but it was me who spilled the laundry detergent. I know it's inappropriate to poke around someone's laundry room during a holiday party, but my former lawyer/ex-husband was coming around the corner and I didn't expect to run into him here. And while I was in there, working up the confidence to engage with him, I noticed this really interesting looking bottle, a type of detergent I've never seen before, and decided to take a look. The cap was loose, and you know what happened next. I'm sorry and I will clean it up, and sorry to those who slipped and hit their heads. Anyhow. It's probably not possible to stay in this bathroom forever. People will think something bad happened to you, or they might just have to pee. But by now, the bathtub should be full, and if you'd like, you can remove your clothes and get in. If you don't want to, that's okay too. But where you are in the bathroom, say this aloud to yourself. I have good intentions. I believe in myself. I feel like I'm 22. I have never had my heart broken. I still trust the government. I am 3 inches taller. I can dunk every time. There's no place I'd rather be but here. Oh, how previous generations of humans wish they had the wealth of antibiotics available to them that I have to me. What I own is enough, and this applies to my hairline as well. I can hit a fastball and absorb every unkindness. I will mow in between the strip of lawn that's technically my neighbor's. I won't get angry when cut off in traffic, and in fact, I will honk at them to let them know that it doesn't bother me at all. I will be honest except for in instances where it might be unnecessarily hurtful, in which case I will talk about lighthouse restoration. I will not prompt conversations about my dreams from last night or music festivals that I've attended. I did not leave the cooking gas on. I did not leave the cooking gas on. Maybe I should get married. Maybe I should give it a shot. Time spent with another person is good, maybe even necessary. And I did not leave the cooking gas on. In summary, I will leave this room with the confidence of Donna Summer plus Dwayne Rock Johnson, and everyone out there, including myself, will be rocking their bodies. Heck yeah, this is good. Let's go out there, and if it doesn't go well, I can always come back. The bathroom will always be here for me. And if you are in the bathtub, dunk your head. And when you come up, you are reborn with more confidence than you've ever had in your life. And you can re-enter the party naked and wet. This is page 107. A lot to unpack there. We've made it to the epilogue. In case it helped, I figured I'd include some conversation starters that have worked for me in the past. Hopefully they can help you too. Do you believe in free will or fate? Depending on their answer, you can drink their drink. You ever start a fire someplace you shouldn't? Who you think Frankenstein vote for? What is the maximum amount of years you can hold on to anger? What would you do if your daughter brought home a boyfriend who looked like Smeagol? Do Kit Kats count as granola bars? Woodwinds or brass? What is the last time you just felt good? Would you let them fling you into space? Did you know that in 2018, the U.S. imported $22 billion worth of seafood? And in 2017, the U.S. imported $21.5 billion worth of seafood. In 2016, it was $19.5 billion worth. Here's the chart of the 5 years before that. So what do you think is responsible for the increased demand for shrimp? Or maybe shrimp is just getting more expensive. Or both, probably both. What's the last book you lied about reading? Do you keep a flashlight next to your bed? Why not? What do you think popular music would sound like if Roy Orbison were still alive? Isn't it a shame that we live in a time where it's no longer appropriate to name a bar Bazonks? How far do you think you could throw a baseball without using your fingers? In my opinion, we will know our society is on the right track when they allow elderly people to sit at the front of the airplanes instead of the rich. What's your favorite type of little guy? Bug. Little guy as in bug. Oh wow. This book is dedicated to anyone who has ever used the bathroom. Reading this book will make you feel better while you sit on the toilet with the lid down, avoiding whatever's on the other side of that door. Nothing says class to your dinner guests more than a Joe Pera book next to the can. Do you guys agree with that? I liked it. I think it's a good book. If you have a chance to see Joe Pera on tour while he's doing stand-up comedy, I highly recommend it. He's very funny and he's very friendly. Watch his show on HBO Max or Adult Swim. Joe Pera Talks With You. It is truly my favorite TV show that I've seen in a long time. And if you want to talk about it, please, let's talk about it. The music in it is also very relaxing and very good. I've been listening to it on streaming services lately while I work. But yeah. Joe Pera makes me very happy. And the show does, and this book does too. And it also makes me happy that I can read it to you. So thank you for joining me here at Idiot ASMR. I hope you found this relaxing. And I hope you